Now then, to a gymnast who has a bit of a habit of making history. She has a habit of doing things that other people have never done before. 4 times an Olympic gold medalist, 14 times a world champion. What of this opening tumbling pass? If you've got anything that's breakable on the coffee table, move it out of the way now.
Here she goes, and there it is! She's done it! The triple twisting double. 1 foot out, but nobody cares. And here's the other Biles, and the double straight half turn out. Quite spectacular. Look at that smile. Nobody smiles like Simone Biles. Lovely touch. Off she goes again. Full twisting front walkout into the flying back out. She almost had a chance to glance at her teammates there. Look at the bounce in the leaps. And a double to finish. Quite incredible. Oh, what a remarkable performance that was from Simone Biles.
So much attention on that opening tumbling pass. We almost forgot there was a whole other floor routine to come after it. And what a floor routine it was.
Her talent never ends. She finishes with the sort of skill that most gymnasts would dream of opening with. This is what they've all been waiting for. The roar went up when she was introduced.
Even the German team watching on thinking, yeah, you know what, they can roar louder for that than they did for us, that's absolutely fine. Well, let's have another look at it again. Let's enjoy it again and again and again. A history-making moment. This goes into the code of points under her name once more.
Yeah, that's the Biles. 3 twists, 2 rotations, incredibly difficult. There are very, very few men in the world that can perform this, that have the power to do it. She makes it look so easy. She's bouncing out of it. And it's testament to her that so many of the gymnasts, when they talk about their idols and their heroes, list her as being the gymnast that they look up to.
We saw over her shoulder she was performing those wolf turns. The balance beam, and to come later we have the possibility of another brand new skill being added to the code of points under her name. It's just one brilliant, extraordinary thing after t'other.
She has such explosive power, but she's able to control it. She really does seem to have this sense of where she is in the air, which surpasses any of the other gymnasts. And once in a lifetime this sort of talent comes along. There are some superb gymnasts here. It's not to take anything away from them, and of course we're focusing on the team event, but there is something very special about Simone Biles.
And as you say, the team event we're focusing on alongside her, she's got gymnasts who have made of the very highest quality beforehand, so everywhere you look across the American team it's a treat. That's a treat. 14 to expectations.
She certainly has. And can anyone surpass her? Well, this gymnast may be able to. Again, she has her very own skill on this apparatus. We'll have to wait and see whether she's going to do it.
Sense of expectation is a jolly fun thing when you're watching sport. What we have seen before from Jade Carey just ups the ante a little bit. It raises the stakes for all gymnasts, because every time somebody moves into a leading position, the number 8 in the individual apparatus qualification becomes a little bit stronger a score.
It does. Well, as we saw her first vault, where she scored that 15.3, huge score for her, round up onto the board, half turn on, push off 1.5 twist. Simone Biles can do that with a double twist. That is her own vault, and it'll be interesting to see whether she does that here, and if she does, whether she does it as her first or a second vault. Of course, the United States of America want to qualify for the team finals. They already have 3 very strong scores on vaults, and they have the luxury of being able to drop one.
Well, she's going for a difficulty of 6 with this first vault.
Yeah, so in some respects, playing it safe.
That says it all, really, doesn't it? Yes,
does.
let's play it safe with a 6 difficulty score. Gosh, the vaulting from the USA. Simone Biles of the United States of America with her first vault. She will attempt to. This is the one for the team competition.
Oh, what flight. Well, she stepped a little bit to the side there just because she had so much thrust off the top. She could easily have put an extra half turn in. She went for the same vault as Jade Carey. Let's have a look again. The round off, here's the half turn on. So she's travelling forwards, and with that front somersault, the Rudy, a 1.5 twist, and she just had a little bit of extra spring off to the side there. But look at the distance that she's travelling. Immense amount of thrust off the top of the vault. And tight, straight in the somersault. Super work from Biles. Clean, wrapping into the twist. And other than that, little drift on landing. Not much to take. The score 15.066. That penalty of 0.3 for the landing. So
leading the way in the all-around competition, Simone Biles now undertakes her second vault. It's Jade Carey with that 15.2 who has set the mark, and it looks as though we're going to see from Biles a 5.8 difficulty.
You could see as she lifted off the top of the vault how high it was going to be. Again, the same 2 vaults as Jade Carey, the Amanar, the 2.5 twist, but she has so much airtime.
If she's
comes
going
down
to,
with snow on it.
She's going to compete in the all-around final. She ought to at least remain in the building. That was a remarkable distance away from the table. And you, I'm sure, heard the gasp from the crowd as she took off there.
I know. In relation to her own height, it's all relative, isn't it? The lift off the top, she pops off into the 2.5 twist, and she makes it look so easy. Look at this. It doesn't matter how many times you look at it, you're still astonished by the lift off the top of the vault. This time more central, just the step to control at the end. Tremendous difficulty, 5.8.
It's going to be very close indeed, isn't it? Oh, it is very close.
15.333 for the second vault, a 15.199. Second by a
Flair on the floor. She's reading a degree in health science at Boise State University in Idaho. Competes for the Broncos there. Let's stick with the United States, but in a different form. The national team now. It will be Simone Biles to compete on the uneven bars for the United States of America, and she started with that superb performance on floor and the 15+ score on vault.
Well, she's going strongly on possibly her least favoured apparatus, if she has one. Again, building the connections. He does have a world medal on this apparatus as well. And a double-double to finish. Well, she's done it again, hasn't she? She's so consistent. We use all of the adjectives to describe her, but she does have to do it when it matters. You know, every day is a new day. And yes, we expect her to produce, but she has to come out and do it. And yet again, she did on the bars.
Yes, you mentioned that magic word of consistency. The first American gymnast to win a medal at every event at the same World Championships. Indeed, the first gymnast at all to do it since Yelena Shushinova in 1987. That's what she did last year. And she approaches everything as though it is the start of something brand new.
Yes, another day at the office for her. And I think because she never is complacent, that's her talent. She never assumes she's going to do it. She just goes about her work, and she produces the goods time and time and time again. And not only does she just produce the goods, she produces some extraordinary goods. And here's an example of it. Double twisting, double back somersault, concentrating all the way through. And she looks at the coach and, yeah, high five. Well done.
As you look back at that dismount, one of the most telling things whenever you're watching an uneven bar routine is clearance the gymnast gets above the line of the bar when they dismount, and there's never any doubt, is there, in a performance like that from Simone Biles?
No, she has to. In order to complete the 2 somersaults with the 2 twists, she has to get the lift, and that all comes from the trajectory.
14.733. It's Li Shijia and Liu Ting who are leading the way in balance beam qualification.
What a way to finish, though, this qualification competition. There's only one gymnast.
Better be Simone Biles then on the balance beam final performance.
It seems apt that the all-around world champion finishes qualification and begins the beam very confidently. Now, will she do her very own skill at the end? She has the rest of the beam to contend with first, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Right flip, layout. Very nice, linking the skills together. Jumps and the somersaults. So far, so good. She prepares herself. Everybody's winning on backflip, double, there it is! That's the Biles, that's what they've been waiting for. Goodness gracious me, 2 new skills in one competition.
That was the Biles before it was the Biles. Only one thing to say, that is Biles.
Oh, look at that. Nobody does it like Simone Biles. What a dismount, what a routine, what a gymnast.
Well, we can just go back and enjoy this again and again, and hope you will join us with mouths agape to watch what has been accomplished in this qualification process. We'll focus, unsurprisingly, Lisa, on the dismount, but the rest of the routine was a treat as well.
It certainly was. Not to take away from any of the rest of the routine. Just look at this combination. So confident, consummate performer on the apparatus. 2 layout somersaults in combination. The build to the backflips, lifts up, 2 somersaults, 2 rotations. I don't know if you're dizzy watching that, but how she manages to nail it is quite incredible. She is an astonishing performer. And whatever the score is, she has certainly led from the front in this competition all the way through, and she will be the leader from qualification by quite a margin.
Looks as though have missed out on the team final, down in 14th position, and we'll just confirm that in a moment. That would be of a real sadness for Brazil, having performed so well and been in genuine medal contention going into the final rotation last time around, eventually finishing 7th, but now missing out. Just goes to show what kind of a team competition this is. There's no doubt about the nation and indeed the gymnast that will be topping the team and the individual all-around standings. We're looking at them.
Just this one score to come through. And the family and friends looking on, supporting all the way.
So Simone Biles waits for this last score to come in. Just wondering if we're hearing there that an inquiry, I think, has been submitted by Cara Aker. Come back to that. 14 points.